Hey, how is everyone doing, huh? Um, I'm doing my podcast. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to adjust the freaking photo booth camera. All right, I think that's better, right? Okay, so I'm doing my podcast on this Sunday, February. Well, it's not February anymore, sir. It's no longer February. It's March 1st. March 1st. So are we moving towards this spring? Is that what it is? I guess so. Speaking of which, um, I was listening to NPR. I go to Hoboken. I drive to Hoboken to get my 2X sandwich, from the bagels on Hudson. And I actually ordered, usually I order like a plain bagel with egg whites, lettuce, tomatoes, onion, toasted. Then I said, hey man, can you add also Swiss cheese to it? I'm like, 'cause if you guys remember, I used to have like cheese, but then sort of like I uh, stopped having cheese on my, breakfast sandwich. But today I told the guy, listen, can you also add some Swiss cheese to it? And then I had 2 water bottles. Went down to the Hudson River, and then I had that. And here I am. I had some dinner from leftovers yesterday. I picked up some that Persian food, from. Oh shit! There's another goal. Jesus Christ! So I'm watching the English Premier League, right? So Watford versus Liverpool. Oh my God, Watford is basically killing Liverpool. So it's 72nd minutes, right? So they already have 3 goals, 3-0, 3-nada. Liverpool is basically just, oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ. Maybe they're not playing well. Obviously, sir, they're not playing well, so that's why they are fucking losing, right? I mean, I'm not on the side of any of these teams. I just watch them. If it was like a New York team or a U.S. team, then yes, I would have. But these are all British soccer leagues, so I don't give a shit. But I'm just saying, the ranking. I think Liverpool, I thought was at the top of the ranking, but I guess Watford is playing really well today. Or then maybe Liverpool is just fucking disaster. It's a disaster. But in any case, okay. So I don't want to start my podcast with a rant on like fucking Premier League soccer. Okay, so yesterday, what happened was that I had the dinner, and I'm like, you know what? Although it was kind of really cold, I'm like, let me just go to the rooftop at the what do you call one exchange place. Well, I guess because I hadn't been gone out, you know, just do like a dude's thing. And the other reason why I wanted to go there was, this fucking coronavirus bullshit. Everybody's fucking scared. And, they're scared that the cities will be shut down and locked down, right? I'm like, fuck this. You know what? I'm just going to go out and then live like a normal life. I mean, not a normal life. What the fuck am I trying to say? I mean, live live your life normally as if nothing has happened. Fuck that. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just get 1 drink or maybe 2 drinks. and then I'll just cheer up the kids. I mean, not the kids, but uh, you know, we got to live our lives in a normal fashion. Without like giving into this fucking corona fucking virus, right? And then I met these two gentlemen, really great people who actually live in Jersey City, and we were basically just making fun of all the other people there. Not making fun in a sense that just people are just having fun. That's what it was, and there were a lot of like Indian, like South Asians, in that bar. It's a fucking amazing bar. On top of one exchange place in Jersey City waterfront, right? But the music, oh my God, Jesus Christ! It wasn't like a club, but it was, those rooftop bars. What happens? But in any case, so and then I told them around like 2 o'clock, I'm like, hey guys, nice meeting, and I'm just going to hit the sack, and that's and then I think I walked to Iron Monkey after that, because the bar at the rooftop closed sharply at 1 o'clock. They basically kicked us out. Not they kicked us out, but they won't serve any drinks, etc., because that's their policy. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just walk to Iron Monkey, and then I went to Iron Monkey bar, right, which is like 2 blocks away from Exchange Place, and there's nobody in there. I'm like, fuck this, and then I think I just went home. Or did I go somewhere else after that? Oh yeah, you know what? I said, you know what? Let me just go to Arcade 01 in Jersey City, downtown, and maybe play some pool, because I was still up. And then I went there, and they didn't have any pool, but they had these arcade games, I'm like, I'm not going to fucking play arcade games here. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking go home. And then I called the cab, and then I just came home, And I was really easy on the fucking booze, But in any case, I was kind of tired. And then I woke up early. And then I'm like, I drank a lot of water. And then I woke up around like close to like 11 o'clock, I think. And then I drank water again, and I also had a little bit of sandwich, and then I think, and they put me to sleep again, and then I woke up around 2:30, right? And so yeah, this fucking coronavirus, dude, Jesus Christ. So now they have a fucking case first case in New York State, right? And I think there have been 2 deaths, and it's just a fucking disaster. I'm telling you that the human beings are not prepared. They have never been fucking prepared to deal with like epidemics such as corona or whatever the fuck it is, right? They are not. They are not equipped with dealing these emergency situations, starting with fucking China, and then fucking Italy, and then fucking South Korea, and then it goes, and the list goes on and on. Fucking Iran, and now the U.S. Jesus Christ. Well, the good news is that the chance of it spreading fast in the U.S., I believe it's still low. So that's a good thing, And is that true, sir? I mean, that's what the news say. I mean, don't quote me on that one, because who the fuck knows what's going to happen? But I mean, this is already affecting the fucking stock market and the economy and the globally, as well as here in U.S. So the stock market basically plundered about like 10%. What they call the corrective measure. It went into correction. Is that what it says? Whatever the fuck the term you use, sir, it doesn't matter, because the stock went down, and it just is going to affect the economy. It hasn't so far affected us in terms of, us, not getting enough work. I think our sector is still strong, construction and all that, properties and, property owners, they still want to, get their work done. They want their boilers to be installed, replaced, whatever, it's heating season still. And, people still want to, build restaurants. People still want to renovate their apartments, So it's not going to affect me or my company directly, hopefully. But stock, when stock goes down, then people get worried and they don't want to spend money, which means that there won't be enough work for us. If the stock is going down the way it has last week, 3 days, and it went down like, I don't know, 10% or where the fuck it was, right? Both Dow Jones and where the fuck the other one is, Nasdaq and S&P 500, right? At the New York Stock Exchange, which is basically behind my office building, right? So hopefully not, sir, ma'am, and every other gender associates, gazillion genders we have, right? But we are busy. I mean, we are actually getting busier. I sent another proposal today. Actually, I had to update that because I had to go to meet this lady on Friday. She's one of our potential clients on 9th Avenue. And I believe they're going to hire us. Without going from one subject to the other, what the fuck I was talking about, the fucking coronavirus. Hopefully, again, keep your fingers crossed and no fucking disaster such as in Korea or Italy or Iran happens here, So let's see. So, but we got to live our lives in a normal fashion. Who gives a shit? We got to go to work. And I'm gonna try to drive as much as I can instead of taking fucking public transportation, path or subway. I mean, I don't take subway to begin with. Because here's the fucking problem, right? New York subways are so dirty, and people are in each other's face. Not the subway, but subway stations are dirty. And there are a lot of people who ride. Many multi-million people ride the subway, New York subway, every fucking day. And they are paid. They are basically, elbow to elbow, face to face. Is that what you say? Face to face, elbow to elbow. You get my point, right? Oh my God, Liverpool finally is going to do a goal or what? Shit, they're trying their best, but I know it's already 83 minutes. They should just fucking give up because it's 3-0. Waterford is winning big, 3 fucking goals. So, what advice can I give to people who are, scared of this fucking virus? I am not in a position to give advice on this one because this is not my fucking expertise. Again, us human beings, I don't think we are ready to deal with such emergencies, right? So, today I was at the bagel shop, right? Obviously, without repeating myself. And then from there, actually, I said, you know what? I need to buy something. I'm like, wait a minute. Yes, a hair dryer. Why would you want to buy a hair dryer, sir? Aren't those for females? Yes, for most part. But I think I said that last time that, even though I don't have a lot of hair left on my scalp. But when you're in a hurry, right? When you're in a hurry and then you take the shower, a quick shower, and then you dry your body using the fucking towels, But the hair does not dry up fast because obviously pores, whatever you call them, water is still in there, And especially in winter, you don't want to have like a fucking moisture, moist head, and then you're out and it's like fucking cold. They can give you fucking like cold or whatever the fuck it is, right? And so I bought this dryer, so it has multiple settings, right? You can have it at low speed or high speed. And I actually tested it, and then I actually had like a, I had a nail into the wall, so I hung it up, in the bathroom. So next to the sink. And so it has, high speed, low speed, and then it also has, warm air or, heated air or cool air, right? So it looks like one of those that you see when you go to like a barber shop, when they, when they do your fucking hair, and then they, when they're done, they basically blow off all the hair, So yeah, I bought that from Target today, and then I worked for like a couple of hours. I sat down in the lobby of my building. We have a real beautiful lobby, and I think I'm gonna go after my podcast. I'm gonna go play some pool, and then I'm just going to just take it easy, right? Sunday night, and tomorrow is a work day. So yeah, I had a great time last night, but I just have to like I think I should go out maybe once in like 2 months, right? Once in 2 months, and then go to a nice bar, not like some fucking like rooftop bar. But that place was like full of fucking people, young people and beautiful women, blah blah blah, etc. A lot of Asians and South Asians, and I have nothing against them or any of that. But it's just that a lot of young people, and then but luckily I met these two guys, and then we basically we made like a wolf pack, just dudes, and so everybody left, and around 1 o'clock. I mean, everybody had to leave because they closed the bar at 1 o'clock, right? And so tonight I'm just fucking taking it easy, But then if you go to the rooftop, it has some fucking amazing views of New York City, downtown and Midtown, and fucking Hell's Kitchen, all those fucking buildings, right? And so, what the fuck I was listening to on so they had, I think on the New Yorker radio hour, right? They had Ronan Farrow on, right? Remember Ronan Farrow, who actually had the article about, Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein. So Weinstein has been indicted last week in Southern District Court of New York, right? So they were talking about, how he actually broke the story. I think he works for New York Times, right? New York Times. Oh my fucking God, dude. That fucking Harvey Weinstein. In any case, I don't want to fucking go on and on about that, but I was listening to that, and it just fucking, how these people, in position and all that, although I don't fucking agree with some of the shit that woman said, it's not like men are the beasts. Of course, men are the beasts, but then women are not 100% angels either, right? So, and I understand that, Harvey Weinstein, he was a fucking disaster, and then he basically, used his power and position and money to influence and, have sex with these women, right? But I'm pretty sure that some of them actually were consensual, right? But in any case, don't quote me on that one. But Ronan Farrow, I think he's a great journalist. And so they had him on public radio, right? And then, I checked, what do you call it? CNN, BBC, Oh, by this, my girlfriend was supposed to be over today, but then she told me that she got called into work. She works at a restaurant, as well as she goes to school. I'm in college for, I think, massage therapy. She wants to be a massage therapist or something. One of those, right? Who knows? So she told me, hey, so my boss called me to work. Can you meet tomorrow? I'm like, okay, baby, let's meet tomorrow after work. So we're going to meet after work. And I'm going to pick her up from, I think, from Newport Park Station, right? As usual. Okay, so it's already 21 minutes, everyone. How was your weekend, by the way, huh? My weekend was full of too much fucking fun last night, Jesus Christ. Friday, basically, I took it easy. I had a lot of work, so I had to get I had to get some drawings out to one of my clients. Actually, I did that yesterday. I went to B18 Cafe yesterday to get my sandwich from there, and then I sat there, worked on my Microsoft Surface, and then I got the drawings done in AutoCAD, and then PDF them, publish them as PDF, and then I send them to the clients. Client and the architect. And so yeah, we are busy, which is a good thing. And hopefully no fucking disaster happens with this fucking corona, COVID-19. Is that what they call them? COVID fucking 19. Jesus. Because here's the problem. If it breaks out in a place like New York City, it's going to be a fucking disaster. You know why? Again, am I fucking repeating myself? Okay, this is what I would say. My last take on fucking coronavirus, right? Because people have to move from one place to the other, right? For work or whatever. And they have to take the subways because nobody can afford to take like a fucking cab every fucking day, twice a day, to and back from work, home, to and back to home and work and wherever else you are going to. So then this is going to fucking spread, and that's going to be a fucking disaster. Okay, one more last point I want to make. You know how these fucking, last week I was listening to, I was reading CNN and blah, blah, blah. So the city basically has prepared, as of last week, right, 1,200 beds. And you know how they talk about this fucking coronavirus? We are ready. We know that it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. They are talking about this fucking coronavirus as if they are here to fucking welcome some fucking alien species from some fucking other planet. They're going to land here, fucking, what do you call, spaceship. And then the city officials and all these fucking people are there to basically welcome them. That's how they're fucking talking about this fucking coronavirus. Jesus fucking Christ. That's it. That's it's a fucking virus. Why are you saying that, oh no, it's going to happen, it's just a matter of time, and then we're ready. Jesus fucking Christ. In any case, so that was my rant on coronavirus, and there you go. So, Liverpool's first Premier League loss since January 3rd, 2019. For the first time since January 3rd, 2019, which is basically more than a year ago. So Liverpool lost to Watford. Is that what it is? Watford fucking killed them. Is that because this was a fucking fixed game? Fixed match? I don't know. I had no fucking idea. But Watford played a fucking great game, 3-0. So Liverpool, go home, kids. Now it's time for you to just unwind and just go to a fucking bar, right? And then, just fucking like be sad and miserable and get drunk while you are doing that, And I mean, this is the first game they lost, so why would they be fucking miserable, sir? Huh? I don't know, because they are the undefeated. Is that what it is? They are the ultimate undefeated. I have no fucking idea. I mean, Manchester United lost, Chelsea lost. So and isn't that the same thing with these fucking like Major League Baseball games, right? So what happened to the fucking Astros, by the way? Remember that whole fucking scandal with the fucking whatever the fuck it was, right? I think it was also with the Boston Red Sox and Yankees. I have no fucking idea. I haven't been following those games. And NFL, I think NFL is gone for now. Listen to Bill Burr if you want to like know about the American sports, right? There you go. I think we are going to have. I'm going to have. I think dinner with my ex-colleagues. I asked them. After what happened with my ex-boss's, dad, he passed away, and then I asked them whether we're still doing the dinner on the 7th, March 7th. They said, yes, we are, and I just asked them what time, because I don't want to, like, go to fucking, Liberty House at, like, 2 o'clock and 2 p.m., because it's too early for me to have, like, fucking, he won't have dinner and a glass of wine, 2 o'clock, a glass of wine, even with like, you water it down with a lot of like fucking orange juice, even then, dude, I don't want to fucking have it, like it's too fucking early, Maybe you shouldn't have a glass of wine, sir. Well, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. So I asked them, listen, I can do after 5 o'clock, so can we please have it after 5? So let's see what they say, and once they actually confirm, I'm going to basically reserve a table for the 4 of us, right? There you go. So that's for March 7th, and oh shit, my office manager, she is having her birthday tomorrow, so she asked for a day off tomorrow, and I told her, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. But she said that she has all the things that she has to remind me about, so she's going to send me texts or call me, whatever. And I have to pick up a check tomorrow again from one of my clients tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, so this week is going to be pretty busy for us, as always, as most of the weeks. Oh, so this is the other fucking thing, right? So my office manager, she had a ticket to go to London to stay at her friend's place because she just wanted to have her birthday in London. So she had booked the ticket. So she was supposed to fly on the night of the Thursday, right? Thursday night, after work, she had even brought her like luggage, a small suitcase, right, to work, and then she's ready to go, and then she's like keeping an eye on the news of this is in the midst of like fucking all these coronavirus cases. And am I fucking going to like have my podcast revolve around coronavirus? No, sorry. Okay. No, I just wanted to say that. So this is what happens, right? So me and my other colleagues, and we are trying to convince her, and she's keeping an eye on like the news to see what the hell's happening around the world. And then she said that she's not going to go. She's not going to go because first of all, she just has a lot of anxiety in flying anyways. And with all this fucking happening, and she said, I was trying to convince her, who gives a shit? Just go have fun. It's your birthday, And UK did not have any cases there at that time. And then my other colleagues, they were also trying to convince her, who gives a shit? Just go. Your friend, she's in a pub in somewhere in London, and then she is, she's waiting for you. She's like, no, I have a lot of anxiety, and then, a lot of people are, flying, and then with all this happening in Italy and blah, 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 and so she didn't go, right? She didn't go. And my sister, actually, I had a dinner with her last Sunday, and another lady, one of our relatives. I had dinner with them, and then she told me that she was going to go to Turkey. A big group of people from the United Nations, because she works for the United Nations, was supposed to go to Turkey for a meeting this Sunday, which is today, right? And then so my office manager were asking me on Thursday whether my sister was going on Sunday. So I asked my sister, texted her and asked her, are you still going on Sunday? She said that the UN was keeping an eye closely on the situation, but they were still were supposed to go. But then yesterday, actually on Friday, I think she told me that, oh, by the way, so I'm not going either. So basically they canceled their meeting, and the whole fucking disaster. This coronavirus has such a fucking, at least like $1 trillion, I think $1 trillion like a damage, global damage to the economy, the travel, everything else in between, right? In addition to loss of lives. Jesus fucking Christ. In any case, so it's already 32 minutes, everyone. So I have got some great topics in my cheat sheet. Sorry. See how actually this fucking thing has been having like effects on people's lives at this level. At this level where my office manager, when she had a ticket, her friend was waiting for her, and she was supposed to have a lot of fun in England for her birthday, right? Huh? She didn't go because of this. My sister and her colleagues didn't go because of this. So this has fucking been disrupting so much on this fucking planet. Oh, by the way, so there are a lot of conspiracy theorists who are saying that this is like a deliberate attempt by some people or some government people or whatever the fuck it is, right? To basically control the population. Which I don't fucking believe it is. Okay, how do you control the fucking population just by killing like 3,000 people out of like fucking 8 billion? Huh? Is that how you control the population? No. I don't believe in this conspiracy theory. I'm pretty sure people like, what's his name, Eddie Bravo, what's his name, Joe Rogan's friend, whatever the fuck he's right. I think he was talking about, how fucking like, Wuhan province has only one lab, and then the lab had ties to fucking Harvard or fucking MIT, or because some of the Chinese private donors were giving money to them. Wasn't that a fucking scandal, or was that fucking Yale? I think that was Yale. Sorry, I'm mixing two things. Bear with me. Excuse my French. Not excuse my French, but Jesus. So what I'm trying to say is that this fucking virus has been disrupting so much on this fucking planet, and it's just fucking unbelievable, right? It's fucking unbelievable. But in any case, so what the fuck I was talking about, because this fucking thing has just fucking made me lose my mind. Jesus fucking Christ. What I was talking about. Oh yeah, so I have some great topics in my cheat sheet, so maybe we should get into my cheat sheet, because I don't want to fucking go on and on about. It's already like 10:16, and I want to go downstairs, play some pool, and take it easy on this amazing Sunday. Oh, by the way, so tomorrow is going to be 57 degrees. 50 fucking 7 degrees, So it's going to be really nice weather. Let's ask Alexa. Alexa, weather for tomorrow in Jersey City.
Tomorrow in Jersey City, New Jersey, you'll see intermittent clouds and can expect a high of 57 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 46 degrees.
57 fucking degrees. That sounds like fucking spring. Speaking of which, by the way, so I was reading an article on BBC. Was that BBC or CNN, right? That Australia is suffering from global warming more than like some of these other like continents. Apparently, the summers are basically now twice the duration than fucking winters. That's why they have these fucking wildfires, the bushfire, and where the fuck it is, right? And then the rise in temperatures, unusually hot, summer days. Now longer summer. So these are the outcomes of fucking global warming, and thanks to our human species who have basically brought this upon us. Not only fucking global viruses, global warming, and whatnot. Jesus fucking Christ. Is this like the beginning of like a fucking like a dystopia? Huh? Predicted by these fucking movies, right? Is that what it is? I have no fucking idea. Maybe I should just build a bunker, just like these fucking rich people who actually have these houses built as bunkers if some fucking disaster happens, such as a nuclear, Oh, by the way, so I was just listening to Sam Harris. He does his own podcast on YouTube, and he was talking about the nuclear. He was talking to this guy, what's his name? I forgot. Anyways, Frank something, right? So they were talking about like nuclear war and how like we are just like 2 buttons push away from a nuclear, like a fucking, a nuclear world war, But I don't think that's going to happen because as much as stupid can people be in power, or as much as like fucking egotistic be in power, nobody would want to, fucking have a nuclear warhead going against one country because that would basically just kill the whole fucking planet. That would be like a fucking Death Star, from like fucking Star Wars, right? Exactly. So yeah, Sam Harris, I have to actually continue listening to his podcast. So they were talking about that, and I mean, okay, so we have fucking global warming. We have these fucking viruses, disasters. I mean, is the fucking nuclear war or some shit like that? Is that like fucking like what we are basically not? We haven't been welcoming yet, huh? Jesus, fucking. Okay, so 38 minutes, so let's just get into our cheat sheet because, again, without repeating myself, everyone, and I presume you all are having a great Sunday, whatever the fuck you're doing, right? Whether you are with your loved one, with your family, or with your dog, or with your sheep, or with your, I don't know, where the fuck the pets you have, right? My first topic, everyone. Let's see, my first topic of this podcast, my weekend podcast. Oh, by the way, so again, my weekend podcast is available on SoundCloud. You can just search, go to soundcloud.com and search Weekend Podcast with Naeem, and then my channel would show up, and then obviously, I upload this to my YouTube channel, Cooking So Simple, one word. So I'll upload it tonight. And so here's my first podcast. Amazon Prime ads and Terminator TV show. Okay, so here we go. Amazon Prime ads. So, what happens is that not only fucking Amazon, I think Amazon is doing that now, that the other like fucking, platforms such as like Hulu and Voodoo and however many fucking platforms there are, right? Entertainment platforms where, you can actually watch a show for free or for much, much lesser money, but then you have to deal with fucking advertisements, right? So I basically, I'm like, you know what? I want to watch this show. It's called the Terminator. Terminator. It's a one season that happened. What's her name? Sarah O'Connor. Terminator Judgment Day. Sarah O'Connor's Terminator show. Terminator show, right? Terminator show. Okay, so Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles, right? It's only one season, so I've been watching that, right? And so I realized that you could watch it for free, on Amazon, but that means that you have to fucking watch also the fucking ads, right? I'm like, fuck that. I'm not fucking doing that. So I went back, right? I went back into Amazon and I said, I'm just going to buy the fucking thing, right? Buy the whole fucking season for like, I don't know, like $9. That's what I got. I don't want to fucking deal with these fucking advertisements, And so, yeah, that's a great show, by the way. So, I mean, it's not as good as, like, the actual movies, but Terminator, Sarah Connor Chronicles, right? So many fucking season ends. So that was my first topic. So don't be cheap, because that would fucking give you a headache, watching those fucking advertisements, right? All right, everyone, my next topic, carnivals. Okay, so I guess carnivals, why do I have this fucking topic to begin with, carnivals? As you know, in February, there are a lot of carnivals happen. The one down in Brazil, that's a big one, right? I think in Caribbean, there's a carnival that happens too, right? And then there was a carnival in Italy, and then carnival in Greece, and blah, 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 right? So they had to cancel the carnival in Italy because of the fucking coronavirus. Am I going to fucking like talk about coronavirus the whole fucking time? Jesus. So they canceled that. Obviously, all public gatherings. I think France has also canceled some of the other stuff. So these carnivals happen in February, towards the end of February, right? And then this fucking COVID-19 happens, right? At the same fucking time. All right, my next topic, Better Call Saul, right? Better Call Saul, as you know. Better Call Saul is like an offshoot of the TV show Breaking Bad is, with Bryan Cranston and what's his name, Aaron Paul. So I think I've been watching like season 4 with what's his name, the lead character. I forgot his name. Jesus Christ. And then there's Jonathan Banks in there. Aaron Paul, I didn't see him in there. Maybe he's going to be there too. And all the other characters from Breaking Bad, right? Well, no spoiler alerts, but I've been watching that too. That's a great show with the twist from, fucking Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul, I think it's going to its 5th season as we speak, right? That's a fucking great show, and I also been watching. Am I fucking repeating myself? I've been also watching. Terminator, and then the Parks and Rec. But you know what I really fucking like? Fucking amazing, like The Expanse. Man, you cannot, like, I think Expanse is like one of the fucking greatest, like, space opera, not space opera, but, like, in line with, like, shows like fucking Star Trek, It's a fucking amazing, like, show. It's more realistic than fucking Star Trek, And I hope and I presume that somebody's going to come up with like a fucking new season of Expanse, or come up with some like a similar TV show. Cause that's a fucking great show, dude. The way what's his name? That character, what's his name? The guy who actually runs the ship, the pilot. Oh man, he maneuvers the ship so good. Oh my fucking god, All right, my next topic, everyone. Galentines Day. So what the fuck is a Galentines Day? Okay, so Galentines Day is the day before Valentine's Day. Why? Why do we have to have another fucking Hallmark upon Hallmark Day? Valentine's Day is a Hallmark fucking day, bullshit to begin with, and why do we have a Galentine's Day, right? So apparently Galentine's Day, if you look it up, is when girls only go, it's like a girls only night out before Valentine's Day, right? A Valentine night, right? It's basically a Valentine's Eve where only women, with their friends go, and why the fuck do they do that? I don't understand. Do they just do like a pre-con or reconnaissance before they can basically just go to bars they want to hang out on Valentine's night? Huh? Is that what it is? Just to make sure that, not douchebag guys hang out there, and then guys who they think they are worth, dating, having them as their Valentine. Is that what it is? I have no fucking idea. It's a lot of fucking bullshit when it comes to like love and all that bullshit, right? Especially like females, like they are so fucking like, act like, we are, we're just having a good time, we're just, just hanging out, it's a girls' night out, so please don't bother us. Oh, go fuck yourself, go fuck yourself. In any case, so without ranting on that one, so that's the Galentine's Day. Maybe we should, us guys should have like a Galentine Day? Is that what it is? Galentine Day means girls' night out. Like girls' night day, what the fuck am I saying? Girls' night day before like fucking Valentine's Day. So maybe you should have like a Galentine Day, huh? Maybe even before that. So we can go check out and recount the fucking bars to see what kind of girls hang out there. Is it worth to even like fucking like go to that bar and waste time with these bitches? Is that what it is? Sorry. Okay, I think I went too far a little bit. Sorry, I apologize. But I guess you get my point, right? I mean, women, when it comes to love and all this, like these women always, form their wolf pack, and so guys have to do the fucking same, right? And so there you go. That's my rant on that one. And what's my next topic, everyone? It's already 10:30. So okay, so my next topic, everyone. Air New Zealand sleeping pods. Okay, so this is fucking great, right? So Air New Zealand wants to have the passengers enjoy some real like sleep, I can't sleep on a plane, I can't fucking sleep on a plane unless I have like 3 glasses of fucking red wine, with some food. Then that will fucking knock me down. I don't do that. Because first of all, I'm a very light sleeper to begin with. And, like being in a chair, it's very hard for me to get any fucking sleep whatsoever, right? So for people like me and you, light sleepers, right? So Air New Zealand, although Air New Zealand, I think it's not in US. So if you are traveling international, try Air New Zealand. But I'm pretty sure they are actually going to charge for the fucking like sleeping pods, right? So in any case, so they have been experimenting with these sleeping pods, where I think the chairs actually, I mean they're giving you more like room, where I think these chairs actually turn into like fucking like beds, small beds, right? Like twin size beds, or even smaller than twin size, where you can just basically fucking lie down your fucking posture, and then get some sleep, right? Have a blanket, whatever the hell it is, right? Air travel is a fucking disaster to begin with. You think that you would enjoy traveling, right? No, it's not. Air traveling is it's a torture. You are, especially if you are in the fucking middle seat, right? And then you are in between two fat fucks, and then you're fucked, and then you're stuck for like 6 hours or 12 hours or whatever the hell you're going, right? So that's why I usually ask when I go to the fucking at the check-in, right? I ask them, listen, can you give me the emergency, because emergency seats are the best. You know why? Because you have a lot of room, a lot of fucking leg room, right? I think I'm repeating myself. In any case, okay, so Air New Zealand is basically experimenting with that. So if you guys are taking Air New Zealand, good for you. But I'm pretty sure they'll charge you $1 gazillion for that, right? It's a fucking good idea. I'm all for it to have some sleeping pods, especially people who are traveling like 16 hours, like an all-nighter, red-eye flight. Is that what it is? I have no fucking idea. All right, next topic. New York City subway in the 70s. If you ever seen like pictures of New York City subways in the 70s, what a fucking shanty town. Jesus fucking Christ. With graffiti all over and all these like school chicks, school students chicks in their like short skirts and, with your feet on the fucking subway seats, right? It's a fucking like 70s New York was a fucking disaster shanty town, I think. You can see that just by looking at how the fucking subways looked, right? So I looked at that. I'm like, fuck that, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm glad I wasn't here in the 70s or even fucking 80s. I mean, I'm not in New York City. I'm in pristine waterfront, New Jersey City, right? Path trains are much better than New York City subways. My next topic, Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems, oh my fucking god. That movie with Adam Sandler, oh my fucking god. What a fucking disastrous movie. People were talking about it and blah, blah, blah. So I said, you know what, let me watch it. And I couldn't finish that fucking movie. I just got fucking like, it was just same fucking shit over and over and over again, It's like, all these like African American gangs, harassing, a Jewish jewelry shop owner, and then he's doing whatever the fuck he's doing, right? And in New York, and it's just a fucking disastrous movie, to be honest with you. Not my type, maybe. So without any spoiler alerts, I watched that movie, and Adam Sandler, he has this like one type of like acting he does. Every fucking movie, he would sound like a fucking miserable person, right? Whether it's love or his girlfriend or whatever the fuck it is, right? Or his dog, or he had just this one fucking monotonous like type of acting, right? Am I fucking like ranting about Adam Sandler now? Huh? Well, what? I guess I am. But in any case, so I'm ranting about the movie, sir, not Adam Sandler. I think the fucking story is just a fucking disaster. Whatever the fuck it is, right? In any case, so 54 minutes, everyone. My next topic is my last topic actually, Connecticut high school girls suing for trans athletes to compete with them. I think I read this on CNN, and I think this is something that Joe Rogan talks about. These high school students, right? They are females, and apparently, so these trans students are competing with them. Trans are these they have these kind of testosterone-filled bodies, and they are competing against these ladies, and that's what Joe Rogan talks about, right? This is a fucking disaster. And then who comes into the fucking picture? ACLU. We have to protect the trans people. This is not protecting them. This is like a fucking science. ACLU has nothing to fucking do with it, okay? I have nothing against trans people. Yes, we should protect them. They are, fucking, what do you call it? Discriminated and all that. But when you bring these fucking trans people into athletics, where they are competing against these females bodies are not as, because trans people's bodies are kind of male-ish, and then they are more athletic and all that, and then so they're competing against these females. Jesus fucking Christ! And I think that lawsuit by these female students. Again, I have nothing against fucking trans people, except when it comes to something like this. And then fucking ACLU, they have to fucking have their fucking, whatever the fuck they have to say, right? Fucking Jesus Christ. We're talking about one thing, and then ACLU is talking about something else. It's just because they don't fucking understand something as simple as that, right? Females should be competing against the females. Males should be competing against the males. Unless it's a mixed one, then it's males, and it could be a male plus a female, and female plus a male. And I think trans should be basically competing against the males, not fucking, females. Alright, so that's my last topic, everyone. Once again, I presume you all are having a great weekend. I'm gonna go play some pool, and then I'm just gonna take it easy with a movie or one of the shows. And with that said, I'll see you all next Saturday or Sunday, the fun day. Jesus. Oh shit, that's the other mouse.